up and sit down.
Hello folks, Colin here, Festa 67's Workshop, and welcome to issue 49 of Build the Legendary Cyborg ROBOCOP from our dear friends over at Fanhome. Now, if you want to grab this and build along with me, head over to this link here. There's also a clickable version in the description below. Pop. Head over to their site and take out a subscription for this wonderful, wonderful model. You will not be disappointed. Let's have a quick shufty through the magazine there. You've got the history of RoboCop, directing RoboCop 3 there. Data file there. What would Fred Decker have done differently in RoboCop 3? There you go. Yeah, it didn't quite have the following of the first two, did it? So yeah, didn't quite work out for whatever reason. Step-by-step assembly this week is the pelvis section 4, where we're doing the right hip joint and putting the bits and pieces together on the section there. So you're going to need the left leg assembly that you've been working on, and we're going to be putting this final joint in and putting the second leg on, folks. And this is what you're going to end up with on your RoboCop at the end. Yes, folks. It's also telling us to put a bit of glue on the head of the nut that comes through on the leg, so I shall be looking at that later and seeing whether that's something we need to do, so I'll check that. So it's obviously they've spotted something and they're saying just pop a little bit of super glue or whatever on there. Okay. Next up, you've got 100 Years of Robots. You've got Sophia there. Rather realistic looking, aren't they now, compared to some of the contraptions we had when I was a lad. Immersive virtual environments. This is the virtual reality headsets that have been doing the rounds as long as I can remember. And it's a technology they're determined to get to work. I've not tried it myself, but apparently it's really immersive. So, yeah, it's worth looking at, folks. And then you've got virtual reality and opportunity for health, where they're looking at using it for surgery and things, which I think is a phenomenal idea, I must admit. And they're on about haptic qualities going in with it, so the surgeon can feel what they're touching, and really is quite interesting, folks. So we'll flip back and dig out the parts that we need today to start getting this all built. Okay, right, folks, similar process to what we did before there, putting the nut in the hip joint there, and then we'll be assembling that using 2 screws, which are here. So we'll grab our small screwdriver and put a dab of oil on these, and we'll get the little tiny horseshoe in place. Like that, a bit of oil. And we can start popping this together. These will hold this little captive nut in there. And it basically stops it from flying out when you move the leg around. So we'll just get that in place. Screw that fully home now, and then we can just manipulate that into place then with the tip of the screwdriver, line it up with its relevant mounting hole, and then we'll put the other screw in. There you go. Same process, a little bit of oil on the end, just helps the screw go in a bit quicker. So we'll do that. Bink. Rest that across my knuckle and send that in place, just like that. All the way in. And then now I can just check that one's fully home, which it is. Job done. We then go and put that in place on the pelvis. So we'll grab the section there, and we want to feed the screw through from the rear. So we'll do that now, like so. Hold that in place, pop our spring in, and then our in a ring. Remember, this tab, folks, goes in this little notch there. It's like a miniature woodruff key. We just want to do that. Just orientate my hand a little bit better. There you go. And then we can lay our joint across the top. Remember these two tabs? We want to get those in these little cutouts, okay? Like so. And then we can tighten that screw in, which we'll do now. Let's get the first few threads in. You can relax your hand a little bit then, and then you can adjust this little joint just so that it's positioned a bit better. Like so. I want to try and get them to match as best as we can. Somewhere around about there. There you go. And then we can screw that home. Like that. Okay. That looks like that reasonably matches the other side. And then we'll flick the page. And then it's the same process as we did before, a pair of CM screws there. So we'll have the bigger screwdriver. We can grab our second leg and we can start getting that suitably ready. So I just want to grab a screw first, put a little bit of oil on her, just so that once we get this leg mated up, we can pretty much pop her straight in. That's the theory. So I just want to try and line this up as best as I can. Like that. There you go. It's just a matter of resting it on the bench whilst I get the first screw in, and then I can adjust the leg so that I can line up the second hole. Like so. There you go. And she's really beginning to take shape now. There you go. Or he's beginning to take shape, shall I say. Now I can tighten them screws fully. And we should now have a nice pair of legs on the pelvis. Like so. Look at that. Wow. What a product. And then articulate the leg. Make sure they work. They fully move. Yeah. And then it's telling us to put a little bit of glue on these screw heads here. Okay, so I shall just adjust mine finally, and then I'll put the glue on them. But at the moment, I'm happy with the flexibility in them legs. I like the fact that they're nice and soft to move. That's the gun there working its way in. Yeah, I'm liking that. So that's what you're going that's what you're going to end up with at the end of this issue, folks. rather swanky looking RoboCop in it. Look at that. So don't forget, if you've enjoyed this video, remember to click the fester in the corner and subscribe to my channel. Really helps me grow, helps me keep the content alive and coming for you. Also, whilst you're there, if you can give the bell a ring, that really helps you get future content recommended to you. Also, if you want to build along with me, head over to the link just there. It's in the description below. That will take you to the Fanhome website. In the meantime, stay safe and well. Thank you so much for coming in and keeping me company. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye for now.